What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 44, and we start today's episode off with some player training. And as you can see, I take out our 5 drills and assign 5 new drills for 3 new players. I did say I'll be doing that this season, and perhaps for the indefinite future as well, just to rotate the training a lot more, making sure that one player doesn't get totally abused in the training. And I think it's better that way as well, just to make sure that everyone gets a chance at training and can therefore progress through the player training feature. And also Callum Robinson is coming back to training after the injury he suffered back in match day. Was it match day 3? I think it was now, way back in August anyway. And also Scott McKenna came back and said he's recovered from his dislocated shoulder. You might have noticed the email in the last episode. McKenna is back. However, I haven't really found a place for him in the team because, of course, right now we're on our best run of the season so far. 4 straight wins, 4 straight clean sheets. And, of course, our back 5 have been fantastic, including Jordan Tarana-Riga and Nathan Wood. You know, these guys started the season off as our, I believe, 4th and 5th choice centre-backs in this Sheffield United side. But I can't find a place for either right now McKenna or O'Connell in our back 5 because these 2 youngsters have stepped in and been absolutely superb. So McKenna right now is out of the starting 11. He'll be on the bench for the time being, as O'Connell isn't even going to feature on the bench at the moment because Nathan Wood and Jordan Tarana-Riga have just been that good, and there's no reason to take them out right now in the form they're in. But still, first game of today's episode coming on the back of our big 2-0 victory away at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. We will take on West Ham United here at Bramwell Lane, looking for our 5th straight Premier League win. And the Hams had a good chance to get the first goal of the game there. That header by Ajeti going just wide of the post. But in the 25th minute, a golden chance for us to take the lead, and we should have done so as well. Great work by Bogle down the right hand side, evading a slide challenge, whipping in a great cross to the centre, but John Fleck couldn't keep his header down. Neither could Nathan Wood just before the break, and as he has his hands on his head there, he knows he won't get many better chances to score a goal for us in this team other than set pieces. That was a great chance there. Roberto gets caught in no man's land. He should have hit the target, but the 19-year-old could not keep the header down. So still 0-0, but 3 minutes after the restart, still deadlocked at 0-0. We wasn't panicking. We were tied at 0-0 at the break against Crystal Palace as well. In the second half, I knew we'd get some chances, and we had a great one here as well. In the 49th minute, great work by Ollie Shaw, whipping the ball into the centre. Morrison's header easily caught by Roberto, but Mark Noble from behind inexplicably raised his right boot and seems to kick Ravel Morrison in the backside. I don't know what on earth the veteran was doing there. Definite penalty, no doubt about it. And a chance for us to take the lead from the spot. 2 games ago, Ivan Toney stepped up from 12 yards against Tottenham Hotspur and had his penalty saved by the Frenchman Hugo Lloris. Could he beat Roberto from the spot and make amends here, give us the lead and get ourselves the first goal? Yes, he could. Sends the Spaniard the wrong way and makes it 1-0 to the Blades. Sheffield United 1, West Ham United 0, and there's our breakthrough from the penalty spot. So very, very, very fortunate to get in front there. It was a penalty, no doubt about it, but we weren't really creating any clear-cut chances in the game. And as West Ham had a great chance here, Jose Callahan firing this shot just off target and behind for a goal kick. We hold on for the win, our 5th straight in the Premier League, our 5th straight clean sheet as well, courtesy of Ivan Toney's 10th of the year. But this was a real grind-out performance. This was not our best win of the season so far. In fact, if you want to get technical, it was our worst win of the season so far. But again, it was the defence really that helped ensure we got this win. I could not speak highly enough of this defence, man. 5 straight clean sheets. And McKenna after the game as well says he wanted to let me know he's a bit worried having read some of the speculation surrounding him. He wants me to give him another chance to prove he's the best man for the job. And I was like, Scott, don't take it personally, mate. I haven't figured out the squad yet. I'll consider your request for the next few matches and get you some game time if I can. But it's hard to do that when Jordan Tarana-Riga and Nathan Wood are just playing that well. You know, Tarana-Riga's got 5 clean sheets in 8 games for us. All 5 of our clean sheets have come this year, with Tarana-Riga being part of our back 5 and Nathan Wood being part of our back 5. So I simply had to reassure Scott McKenna. I said, Scott, I've got full faith in you, 100% confidence that you deserve to be starting in this team, but at the moment, you just have to accept that Jordan and Nathan are playing that good, and it wouldn't be fair to drop either of them in the current form right now. 5 straight clean sheets. I love Scott McKenna, man. Ever since he came in from Aberdeen, he's been rock solid at the back. You guys love McKenna as well. You guys think that he should be captain one day, and I think he probably will become captain at this Sheffield United side one day. He's got that leadership trait, and whenever he plays, he does well. But at the moment, I just can't fit him into the team. It wouldn't be fair to drop the 3 centre-backs ahead of him right now in Wood, Godfrey, and Jordan Tarana-Riga. Anyway, second game of today's episode, and what a test it was going to be. Speaking of our back 5, they are in for a challenge here, as we will take on Manchester City away at the Etihad Etihad Stadium. A 100% record to begin the campaign for Pep Guardiola's side. 9 wins in 9 games and the highest scoring team in the league with 27 goals on the board already, averaging 3 per game. And so for our youthful back 5 coming to the Etihad Stadium, this was going to be a statement game for both teams here. Could Pep's boys find an answer to what has been a rock solid defence? Could we shut the door on them and become the first side to take points off them this season? Who was going to come out on top in a very intriguing battle? I could not wait for this one. It was going to be fantastic. But it was City starting off on the front foot, as you would expect. Great save by Henderson there, preventing the host from going in front as it was still 0-0. And right from the first whistle, it was all hands on decks. City looking the better team, looking the more likely to break the deadlock, and they would do just that as well. 27 minutes into the game. Our clean sheet streak is over. Leroy Sané gets his 8th goal of the Premier League campaign and makes it 1-0. And in the 34th minute, it became 2. KDB rolling it into Iñaki Williams. Great playmaking skills by the Belgian, as we know he's got that in his arsenal. Lovely through ball, and the former Athletic Bilbao man doubles the lead and makes it 2-0. And right from the first minute, you could tell Manchester City were up for this game. Unfortunately, in the 41st minute, I did make a mistake passing the ball out from the back, as I've done so often. I've really got to get better at playing out from the back, so I give away so many cheap goals like that. Nathan Wood trying to play out from the back, surrender possession cheaply. Shot comes in, parried by Dean, but straight to Christian Eriksen as the Dane makes it 3-0 before the break. But at half-time, as you can see, whether it was a mistake or not, City deserved their 3-goal lead. Six shots and all coming on target as well. Dean, as we knew, was in for a busy afternoon, and we just could not stop them from coming forward. Time after time after time again, they just barely gave the ball away. Pass accuracy so high, and in the second half, just past the hour mark, they made it 4. Iñaki Williams chasing Ivan Toney right now, the top scorer in the league, bags his brace, squeezes one to the near post, and takes a bow as it's Manchester City 4, Sheffield United 0, and we had no answer to their high-powered offense right now. You know, who's going to come out on top? Their high-powered offense or our rock-solid defense? Well, we knew the answer on the hour mark. 4-0 City. We did get a consolation goal though. Ivan Toney still wanted to be top scorer in the league and prevent Iñaki Williams from overtaking him in this game. Made it 4-1 and bagged a consolation goal for us, as it was great hold-up play by Calvert-Lewin on the halfway line there. Got to shout Dominic out for that. Lovely first touch on the chest and lovely through ball as well. But still 4-1, and we knew there was going to be no fight back, no epic 4-0 down, 4-4 draw in this game. It was always going to be a City win, and as you can see, they made it 5 more 7.5 minutes to go. Once again, trying to play out from the back and getting it horribly wrong with Nathan Wood. Can't blame the 19-year-old for the goals, they were my fault. But City made it 5-1 to restore their 4-goal cushion, and Iñaki claims the match ball and said to Ivan Toney in the tunnel as he was walking down, "You might be the top scorer in the league, but I want to win this golden boot this year. I'm going to prove I'm the better striker." So Man City 5, Sheffield United 1, totally dominated at the Etihad Stadium, and after 5 straight clean sheets, we're hit for 5 by Pep's boys. They make it 10 wins from 10, 32 goals in 10 games. Can anyone stop Guardiola's team this year? Well, I was hoping it was going to be us, but unfortunately not. Our win streak ends at 5, our clean sheet streak ends at 5. It was still our best run of form in the entire series, let alone season, but it ends there as Guardiola's side humble us at the Etihad. But still, following out, McBurney said he needs more first team football, and I was like, Ollie, I can't get you in the team right now. Like Scott, I can't play you because the boys ahead of you are just doing too well. Calvert-Lewin and Ivan Toney have struck up a brilliant strike partnership to begin the campaign. And after that, as we were about to end October, how about this? The England job is placed on my desk. The FA come to me and say, after Gareth Southgate let the country down in Euro 2020, we've got the World Cup in Qatar in 2022. We've qualified for it. We want you to manage our country, to manage your country. Take the job and lead us in to Qatar 2022. And when your country come calling, I mean, you just can't say no, can you? Of course, I decided to sign a contract and accept the job offer. I've taken the England job and will be managing the side in Qatar 2022. And I have to say, I think that this England team as well is the best England team I've ever seen in my entire life. You know, I'm 26 years old. I'm 27 this month as well in a couple of weeks' time in real life. And I have to be honest, I think this is the golden generation of English football. We've got an absolutely fantastic batch of young talent coming through. I don't think I've ever seen the England England side have more talent in it and more great youth prospects as well. I think this is the golden generation for English football, and so if we don't win anything in the next decade or so, I'd be quite disappointed. I think we've got the ability to do that, and when you look at our national pool and the current team as well, it's just brimming with great young talent and really good players. They haven't even reached their final form yet. It's a fantastic side, and I just couldn't say no to the England job. Obviously, it's quite unrealistic to manage a club and a country at the same time. Club and country, that would be a good name for a series, wouldn't it? But the problem with Career Mode is you can't manage just a country. You have to manage a club as well as a country as well. Bit of a shame. I'd like to see EA change that as the years go by in FIFA Career Mode. But either way, we do take the job. I did say I was holding out for the right national team offer, and that's the best national team offer. Your country come calling. You can't say no. So I've taken the England job, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, in all of my old career modes, I would manage a nation as well as a club as well. I was waiting for the right one in this career mode, and I was hoping it would be England at some point, and I'm so glad it's going to come as well before a national tournament at the end of the season. So we won't be playing the qualifiers or the friendlies, don't worry, but we've taken the job, and come the end of the season we will play Qatar 2022, and I'm sure at this rate Ivan Toney is going to get called up as well, because for our third and final game of today's episode we would take on Aston Villa here, the newly promoted side right now, rock bottom of the Premier League table, looking to bounce back after our defeat and our heavy defeat at the Etihad Stadium. And what a first half we were having as well. Ravel Morrison getting his first goal of the season, making it 1-0, then Toney tapping in from 2 yards out to make it 2-0, and in the 39th minute he bagged this brace and made it 3. And look at the shot power on this shot from Toney. That was unbelievable. Outside the right boot, smashes it into the back of the net. What a strike. And at half time, Sheffield United 3, Aston Villa 0. Talk about a response. Humiliated at the Etihad Stadium, now back in front of our home fans. Great way to say sorry to the travelling fans that made the trip to Manchester. 3 goals up and on fire, but sadly wouldn't return to getting a clean sheet. Aston Villa would get a consolation goal right before the hour mark, but thankfully it did prove to be just that. Final score 3-1. Sheffield United returned to winning ways in a really good performance where once again Ivan Toney showed he is just unstoppable this year. Bagged a brace, still the top scorer of the league, as he really wants that golden boot and he really wants that England call up as well. He said to me post game in the dressing room, "You're in charge of the country now, give me that first call up. I deserve it. I'm the Premier League's top scorer. I deserve to be playing international football. I deserve to be in a squad for Qatar 2022. But that was today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.